Hey friends, it's 5 Minute Fridays with Vince, and I love doing this with you guys. This is that opportunity to switch from our work week to a weekend, and just to begin that whole shift in your mental process. For those of you who are joining me right now, if this is your very first time checking out a 5 Minute Friday, I would love for you to just check out and search for hashtag 5 Minute Fridays, and you can find all of my old content. My social media handle is v.gord on all social media. So really quickly, I call this one "We're Better Together," and this is lessons from the new movie that just came out today, SuperPets, the League of Super Pets. My daughter and I went with a bunch of friends and the kids, and went to go take all the kids to go see the movie. And for those of you who know, I love watching. Those movies. But more importantly, I love finding ways for us to segue natural, everyday situations, conversations, especially the things that we know people are going to watch, and find ways to help people be interested in maybe checking the scripture, looking into the word, finding parallels and that they can use in their everyday life. And so in this movie, it just came out starring Kevin Hart and The Rock, Dwayne Johnson. You'll find that there's some really cool parodies on some major heroes that and the DC animation version of what they have for these heroes, and historically for some of these heroes. Animals or pets have now been immortalized in this here movie. There's a lot of great story. I'm not going to spoil much. What I am going to say is, hey Jerome, what I am going to do is I'm going to share with you a concept out of this movie. So in this movie, there is this opportunity for the main character to learn what it's like to not be super powerful, to learn what it's like to have to depend on others, to learn what it's like to understand that sometimes our greatest treasure is in our friendships, is in our connections, is in our associations, who we're connected with. Sometimes we underestimate that our net worth is normally based on our network, or the people who we're connected to. Another way to say it is association breeds assimilation. Who you are connected with or who you surround yourself with oftentimes brings to light what you do and who you are, whether it's the best or the worst of you. Hey, Danielle, so watch this. So when you watch this movie, especially if you take the kids to go see it, I'm looking for you to take an opportunity to have a great opportunity to talk with your young people, to talk with them, to see what it's like about trying to do things by themselves and how hard it is for us as adults to try to be independent without leaning on the power of God, without leaning on the power of the ones who he sends around. The scripture says, one will put 1,000 to flight and 2 10,000. And when we understand the idea of what that looks like, that means that the power of operating in unity and operating in strength is sometimes greater than us trying to hero it, wing it alone. Yes, you may be gifted, you may be talented, you got great abilities, but I promise you that we are better together when we allow the Lord to unify the body. The enemy wants to separate us and divide us, because if he can separate us and divide us, then we lose the opportunity of being one body fitly joined together, as the scripture describes. And if we can't be a body fitly joined together, then we don't have the opportunity to tap into the power that comes when we collectively come together. When one of us is going through a battle or going through a hard time in our life, man, don't you know that it is so much better when you can have a prayer warrior or someone who you can be able to lean against, to be able to labor through with, to press through with. There's a reason why Jesus sent the disciples out 2 by 2. There's a reason why he's calling us not to be siloed or individuals, but he calls us as the collective body, or as the bride of Christ, or as the church. So understand that the power of us being connected, and when I mean truly connected, I'm talking about real discipleship. I'm talking about laboring with one another, crying for one another, praying with one another. It brings us to that place where we can be able to have that strength, where the strength comes from not one person fighting alone, but here's where if the enemy picks a fight with one of us, he picks a fight with all of us. So I'm encouraging you, listen, go check out the movie. It's really cool. And I think we got a picture of the movie here. If you haven't done it already, I encourage you, hey, TB2, listen, I love you guys. I'd love to hear your ideas in the comments, especially if you've seen the movie already. But if you haven't, but you understand the concept that I'm trying to share, hopefully you'll have a great conversation with your young ones, with your young people, with your kids. Go check out League of Super Pets, and I'd love to hear your feedback on it. Listen, it's 5 Minute Fridays with Vince. You guys, I love doing this with you. I got to get out of here. Talk to you later. Bye.